Good evening, pilots and mercs. For some reason, the contract isn't displaying properly. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Please pick it up. Please. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kill the music, and then I don't know why it's... Why are you displaying like that? Fit it to screen, please. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the game volume, and then we'll get started. Let's see here. All right, let us have a look at the contracts available right now. I'm sure there's going to be something juicy for sure. Oh, I need to get TikTok going. Let's see here. We'll see how this does on TikTok. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to like this one. Let's see. There we go. Go live. Perfect. TikTok, welcome in. We are just about to get started here. Let's see. What contracts do we have at the moment? Oh, the safe house is under attack. Should we go deal with that? You know what? We should defend the safe house. I'm not sure what loadout I have currently available, but I do have, if I remember correctly, I have a lot of... Yes, we'll do that. Let's see here. Do we go for the minigun or... Honestly, flamethrower is kind of looking pretty tasty about now. Let's see. Ooh, that striker looks really good. Kind of thinking I like the revolvers, though. I don't know. Do we go Western or... Ooh, the Judge shotgun. You have me intrigued. You have me intrigued. I don't have the Iron Man suit. Go for the closest thing to it. And then we have the comically large spoon of gold. Everyone was wanting that one, so we'll see it. Hard earned. I think it was O. I love the silencer we got on here. I don't even know if it can be classified as a silencer. It's it looks like I shoved a soda can on the end of this thing. It's kind of a funky tune. I like that. I'm sure YouTube's gonna like it too, especially when they get to take all of the pennies that I'm off of this. That is so cute. I have a Hello Kitty flamethrower. I'm sure they're loving the cuteness as well. Down here, we all get a little toasty, a little marshmallowy. I was hoping that I could get that, but unfortunately not. We have snipers on... We have snipers out here? I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more chill than this. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more chill, but... I mean, honestly, I haven't seen any boulders. I haven't seen any bulldozers yet. I mean, where did we even... Oh, we put them upstairs. Honestly, kind of makes sense. We put all the cash next to the pizza. Two of the most important things to the Payday gang. I don't know, chat. what do we think as far as pizza goes? Like, what are your favorite toppings? I know mine's like, I kind of like the chicken and like buffalo sauce kind of situation. I mean, technically you have to put like onions on top as well, but I mean, I don't think they're going anywhere. Not yet, anyways. I don't know, with the way this it feels like I'm firing like a 356, but then just like the 8 gauge just goes off, and it's like definitely not like definitely not a 357, considering the fact that it just kind of hits like a dump truck. That recoil doesn't even seem right if the shotgun's having that much impact, right? Look at this. They're just kind of flying away. But yeah, this thing feels like I'm firing a revolver. Sir, I know that I was not necessarily paying attention, but Philip, welcome in. We're listening to some funky beats, and we're making sure that our money doesn't go away. Honestly, a good time altogether. I love this flamethrower paint, by the way. Like, Hello Kitty inspired flamethrower just warms my heart a little bit more than it probably should. And no, that's not a joke because of flamethrower. It's just genuinely cute. It's gonna be 3 waves of this. I don't know. I think this is gonna take a little bit longer than I thought. Guess we've reached a new low in life to turn to crime. I mean, to be fair, right? To be fair, the Payday gang was offering contracts, and I don't necessarily have morality when it comes to these contracts. Besides, it's just relocating money. Like, it's just relocating, not a life of crime. There's a difference. At least it's what my lawyers are advising me to say as we take on these contracts. Okay, this is actually genuinely taking a little bit. Like, guess they were a little bit more insistent about taking this money than I thought. Modern day Robin Hood, eh? I mean, yeah, you gotta make sure that you can change the narrative a little bit, right? Because otherwise, when people come questioning you about your various contracts, it just doesn't look as good. Yeah, because most of these people are just rich billionaires, and they just got their second super yacht. Kind of like Gabe Newman did. That was his second super yacht they just took possession of. I'm just kind of sitting there going, like, everyone's like, oh, well, there's good practices by Valve, which, to be fair, they pay their people and whatnot, and that's great. But I'm also just kind of sitting there going, it's like, yeah, you have good practices and generally don't mess with the market all that much, right? But then you have like the CS:GO gambling underbelly of Steam and whatnot. I'm just kind of thinking like, how is everyone just kind of okay with that? I played a bit of Payday 2 when it launched, but didn't quite hit the same as the first. Didn't quite hit the same as the first Payday. 3 is just garbage. The reason I like this one is just because the insane amount of content it has. Like, I have most of the DLCs. I bought it, like, them on discount a long time ago, and, like, the majority of them, right? There's still a few I don't have access to. I think it was, like, the brand new heist or whatever. That came out not too long ago. And then they were offering, like... Then they were just offering, like, the subscription pack to all the DLCs. I'm just kind of sitting there going... I don't know why you'd want to necessarily pay for a subscription. Like, again, it's like hundreds of dollars in DLC for Payday 2, which, again, a lot of content, but, like, I don't know if it was, like, $5 worth, like, per month. I'm not quite sure about that one, Cotton, but Payday 3 was an absolute disaster. Like, just because you had to, like, stream it, like, everything was online, essentially. I remember when it first launched, I was like, ooh, this'll be good. I went and played it. I basically got into one heist, and then I basically got into one heist, and it broke, like, I think a quarter into it, because the mission just straight up crashed. Like, their servers just absolutely crashed. And then I think I either refunded it or just basically said, no, this is not worth my time. And then I just never touched it again. Because, again, you have Payday 2, and it's a lot better in that particular regard. Early days, you only had the small heists, like the jeweler, the banks, and shops, and only had 2 AI teammates. Interesting. Because nowadays, people go back and play those a little bit, like, especially, like, for stores gets played quite a bit for leveling. Like, I think it's still, for me, like, I think I still have a negative 10%, 10 or 20% penalty for that mission because I took it so often. We're almost done with this police assault. And then we're going to do some very interesting things for a contract today. Because, again, this is more the dark arc. That was not supposed to be intentional, but there you go. This is more the dark side of mercenary work. Because you're about to see something... You're going to see some very interesting contracts here in a little bit. I mean, this one's just... They decided to come by the They decided to come by the safe house thinking that this is going to be a simple little raid, but no, they got to cozy up with the bonfire. I guess that's what we're calling our little flamethrower here. Let's see, is that all of them? I don't think so. They're just hiding from the Roman candle over here. I don't know. It is interesting to see them adding the marshals into, like, some of the new AIs into Payday 2 and kind of, like, continue support for this game. Although I kind of wish that they had, I don't know, done something with Payday 3. I prefer the heists in the first games as they were based on heist movies. I could see that, yeah. I was just kind of like, this is the game that I started Payday 2, or started Payday, like, in general on, so you kind of get me into this, and then I look back at some of the other, like, heists, I just kind of go, like, I didn't necessarily know what I was missing, and then the other heists, I was just like, well, for, like, Payday 3, it's like, why would I do those when they're just kind of garbage and there's only, like, 2 or 3 of them? I think it was actually closer to 5, but still, it's like, it's not necessarily even worth it. Because you don't even really get that much money for them either. Let's see here. I think that's about it. I think they're about to give up. I mean, I would be at this point. You just kind of come into a swimming pool over here. Ooh, yeah, we've survived. I don't know how they're just gonna be like, yeah, we saw nothing. Yep, there is definitely nothing going on over here that's suspicious whatsoever. I don't know. I could definitely see where you would like the first Payday game, because this one kind of feels like I could kind of get the feel of, like, I could kind of get the feel of it just being like, I don't know, Fast and the Furious sort of situation, because it's just, like, so over the top that it just makes things ridiculous. But at the same time, it's like you get a lot of, like, interesting heists and generally just a lot of tools to take on these various missions. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset all the trees real quick, and then let's see here. We're gonna go for the, we're essentially just gonna go for, like, the Iron Man sort of build over here. Again, this is not going to be anywhere close to stealth. Let's see here. I think this one, wait, I don't think this is the one I wanted. Joker, and then, yeah, I think this one's the one I wanted, and then, I mean, I guess, well, no, I would want to go into this one. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I want to go into the ammo tree because then I can at least use the light machine gun a little bit better. Also, I think the striker is going to be a better option for what I have in mind. Let's see here. I don't know. We could always just go for the RPG. I think I'm going to go for the P90, actually. What do I have on this thing? Let's see here. Preview. I mean, that looks sufficiently cursed. Yeah, that's cursed. I'm sure Din's gonna be... I'm sure Din's gonna look at that thing and go, what have you done to... What have you done to that poor weapon? I think we'll just go for overkill right now. Love how I'm basically paying for a contract. Like, paying for the right to make money. It's mostly the RPG aspect that threw me out. Was not a fan of grinding so much. Especially the early days of a handful of heists to do. You see, that's the thing that drew me in, actually. Because this is the only game that has, like, the... that has, like, those RPG elements. But I'm coming from the... Like, again, I'm coming from the perspective of Payday 2 being a more feature-complete game after DLCs. So it's like... It's complete... Like, again, it's completely fair that you would say that, because it's like, back in the day... like, back in the day, it didn't really have as much DLCs. So it's like... And again, the RPG elements could definitely be a hit or miss for anybody. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some shooting going on here. Oh, we were always going to go for the painful way. Let's see if there's any... Oh, there's a key... There's a key card. There's a little bit of cash. Nobody's going to be picking up the phone. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a tad bit of a racket going on. Just hit the floor. Nothing bad's going to happen. We don't do that. We don't do that here. However, the pigs are going to have a bit of a different story. I'm saying that in this particular I'm saying that in this particular instance, like in-game, that's not... I would never use that outside of this. I just want to make that clear. I just want to make that clear. Also, that is so weird. That to me is so weird that I can't just look down the sight of the M60. Yeah, because you can look down the sight of this one and then the M60, I just can't look down the sight. I guess it only has the iron sights on the top. Oh, I do have a laser. I do have a laser dot. That'll work. Yeah, they don't seem too interested. Yeah, they don't seem too interested in coming in here. If they want to stay out there, and then we can try to get through this thing. 256 seconds. Oh, there's a cloaker. How about you? Nope, didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I was just trying to kill the cloaker over there. Well, I dropped him too, but unfortunately, Unfortunately, that caused a little bit more trouble than I was going to. I didn't want to do that, but they didn't. Oh, they didn't give me much of a choice. Is it just me, or is the M60 not that great for taking on bulldozers? They're all Duke Nukem swine aliens in disguise. Oh, I'm pretty sure that isn't too far off from the truth. The reload on the P90 is so quick. Like, the P90 I don't necessarily have any issue with. The M60, on the other hand... Yeah, the M60 is a little... I don't know why, but this thing is just not... I don't know. I think it's a little off for me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch over to like a... I think I'm gonna switch over to like an assault rifle after this, because I think the M60 is not doing too great. Like, again, accuracy by volume is kind of the way I go, but like, I don't necessarily seem to be able to take down bulldozers that easy. Like, it just kind of feels like... I thought that was a cloaker for a second, just going straight over me. It kind of felt like... It feels like the M60 is just kind of like spraying all over the place, like a lot more than it should. But maybe that's just me. I mean, still, this thing is an absolute riot, but I don't know. I think I think it's time for me to buy a new weapon after all this. I mean, tough fight. Like, I mean, I don't know. The bulldozers gave me a little bit of trouble, but not too much. I don't know. Does anybody remember the skulldozers? Oh, let's go have a look at that chopper real quick. I want to see if I can... I mean, I'm cooking the chopper a little bit. I don't know. That did not seem to do much. Also, you're telling me this M60 didn't do anything? I think that's a little bit of malarkey. Ah, don't you love the smell of, what, 7... I want to say this is 7:62 in the morning. I don't know. I think the M60... I mean, it's either going to be 5.56 or 7.62, but... Again, I'm not a weapons expert. Oh, good, the door's open. I was thinking that I was gonna have to, like, grab a key or something, or sit there and lockpick that as well. Not a great time, that's for sure. Yeah, I think we're gonna grab, like, 4 bags, and we're just gonna kind of skedaddle a little bit. Yeah, I think we're just gonna grab the 4 bags, and that's gonna be that. I don't want to be too greedy. That being said, I don't even think we can leave necessarily. Like, even if we do leave, I think we are gonna get picked up real quick as soon as we try to get out of here. Speedy Cat. What is this stealth you speak of? I do not know what stealth you speak of. For all I know is the throaty sound of the M60, the flamethrower, and quite possibly the machine gun. Oh, that's a sniper. Well, at least we got him to... At least we got him off our tail for a second. The fact they made this on a racing engine, by the way. Like, yes, this was a racing engine before it was a shooter engine. Just kind of speaks to, like, the old style of Breeze Easy. Perfect stealth is no witnesses. Yeah, there's no witnesses because there's no witnesses because I buried them in M60 fire. All right. All right, truck's lit up. Let's get out of here. Oh, it just allowed us to get out of there. Sweet.
The only thing I like more than a successful back hit is the cigar afterwards. Burning one for you, folks.
You know what? You can go ahead and do that, because I don't know, my experiences with like cigars have been basically just like, if you can get it cut good, you can get like a good like hit off of it. Other than that, it's like, it really depends. Because sometimes I go to smoke one, like back when I did smoke, which was like a very short period of time anyways, but when I did, it was like, I don't know, it didn't always hit. And then some, like, I think it was one time I had a cigar that actually hit properly. Like, I actually felt good after it. Other than that, like, it was never really a good experience for me. So let's see here. Payday 2 players when you're actually loud as heck, but accidentally stealthy. I tell you, there is no stealth here. There's only loud. Let's see, what does this weapon look like? That is just a scar. And also, what is with that skeleton frame? That is just... That skeleton grip is just... Was it for the accuracy? I don't even know. Can we get a... Actually, that grip looks even more cursed. Okay, I like this grip, actually. Got asthma, would cough up both lungs. I mean, yeah, no, I get that. I definitely get that. Like, I would cough a lot, and I don't have asthma as far as I know. Like, I would probably know if I did, but it just got to the point where I was like, this isn't even worth it. And front looks so goofy. Yeah, it does for some reason. Let me see if I can preview without weapon mod. Yeah, I think that extension rail, yeah, that extension rail was kind of weird. Let's see, sniper stock. Can I preview this? Why would you? I guess you could put it into like a DMR platform, but I don't understand why you would do that. Like, again, I just don't understand why you would do that. I guess you could put like a single fire modification on there, but like, I'm not going to do that. That sounds stupid. Yeah, we'll go with that one, and we'll test that one out. That is, I'm sorry. Is no. Show me that rifle one more time. One more time for the road, because I swore I saw something on the end of that. That's what I thought. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a tank suppressor, which, by the way, they actually exist. So these are mostly used for like training ranges near like civilian populations. But there is a tank suppressor that literally looks like a, it looks like a phallic object, right? It looks like a banana, essentially, that they put at the end of the muzzle to lower the decibels of the shot going off. Again, it's mostly used in like training areas, but you can put a suppressor on a tank. Is it useful? I don't know, but they mostly do it just to make sure that they're not making too much noise when they're training with tankers. Let's see. I want a different color palette for this one. Dang, that looks pretty cool. That's the one that I have. And then these ones just kind of... This looks like the Peacekeeper from... The Peacekeeper from Modern Warfare 2. Or not Modern Warfare 2. Black Ops 2. Hazard and Din would throw a hissy fit seeing this. Oh, yeah, absolutely. They would have an absolute field day with that. I've seen them in Germany. It's so goofy with the hazards. Ugh, yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and... We're going to go ahead with that. But I do want to get the... do I want a flamethrower? Do I want a pistol? I think I want the 5.56 for this one. Let's see, what perk deck? I'm using Burglar. No wonder I was dying. Who would just go in there like that and then... Let's see. Anarchist works pretty good. Stoic. Yeah, I think we'll go with Anarchist for this one. So that way you have a lot more armor, but if we get hit outside of armor, we are cooked. Jewelry store. I don't know about that. Go bank. I don't know if I want that one, Bane. I'm just gonna be real with you. Actually, matter of fact, I want to try this one once. Hold out, First World Bank. Let's do it. I have done accidental stealth before, not intending to, but killed everyone so fast that nobody can call. I have actually had it to where I cleared the entirety of the cash. I think it was a cash bank. Like I cleared the entire place. I was basically able to systematically take out everybody, and then essentially I was able to like stealth, quote unquote, the entire thing. So it's like, is it accidental? No. Was anybody able to call? No, not at all. It's kind of difficult to call when you have ECM jammers. When you have ECM jammers all over the place, you take care of the guards, and then you just systematically take out everybody else. You do sometimes have to contend with, like, people who are on the street, but other than that, you're doing pretty good. Doing pretty solid other than that. I think the Scar was not a great choice for this one. Fan off eases. Welcome in. Oh, I did not pull up the TikTok chat. I'm after realizing. I do apologize. I was not trying to ignore TikTok. It genuinely just slipped my mind and I didn't see the MFD. So
This is the 6th video I'm posting today, and I feel like a lot of people are like, oh.
I don't care. I just want to pull up the chat. I just want to pull up the chat. Oh goodness. I was not even thinking. That's how this day has been going. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm saying a lot. I do apologize. Vivid and Arson, welcome in on TikTok. I knew something was missing. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I've been editing a lot of TikToks today, so not just like TikToks, but like short content, like trying to get like a little bit more shorts for everyone. Fan of fuses, you can call me Fan or Fuse. I like to be called Fuse, but we'll call you Fuse for sure. Yeah, welcome in. Let's see, I think the Scar was a bit better of a choice, but I think the Scar was a decent choice. The only issue with it is that this thing does not have a whole lot of ammo, so we'll see if this works in the long term. And also the iron sights in this thing. Actually, I don't have issues with the iron sights, actually. This is perfectly fine. You can also call me by my other account, Din. Wait, are you serious? Din, is that you? Are you serious? I'm genuinely just like, I'm like, that would be the plot twist of the century right there. I'm genuinely curious whether that's I mean, it would make sense. I mean, it would make sense, especially with like your first message there. Like, that's pretty much the exact same way he would text. Yes, this is my other account, my my real YouTube account, the one I was supposed to use. That makes sense. I get you. Well, Fuses, welcome in. We do appreciate it. That or Den. do love this 5.7. This is like the color palette works really well with this. Identity theft is no joke. Last night, no, I think what happened is that Den here had like 2 accounts. Bree, welcome in on TikTok. Nope, you're not getting him today. You're not getting them right now, at least. I love the color palette, like this sort of like titanium 5.7. It is not a joke. I mean, I figured as much. I just like I was a little bit surprised when he said that, but no, it makes perfect sense. Yeah, I'm feeling like the M16 might have been a better choice for this, but I think I'm mostly just upset, like I feel like the LMGs got a little bit nerfed, and then now I'm having to deal with this. Like limited ammo, silencer and all that. And by the way, Fuses, what do you think about this? What do you think about this egregiously large silencer we have on this thing? Because this thing is really massive, and I'm not sure if I like that or not. This is basically a Scar with a tank silencer on it. Like, I'm probably gonna have to show that in the weapons customization. I messed up because I used my other account and set it this one. YouTube is messed up because I looked at this account day 1. It was my other account and set this one. So I went along with it until I could fix it. That makes sense. Yeah. Like, technically, this account is an offshoot of my original account. Like, technically, it's a little bit of lore. A little bit of lore. This is actually a brand account under one of my original accounts. Again, the original account, the original like YouTube account or whatever, has been nuked. Nuked from the face of YouTube and all that, but like the account still kind of exists in a odd way. Like basically the shell of the account exists, essentially. Suppressor comes in many sizes. If that can is rated for 30 cal and that Scar is 30 cal, it makes sense to have it in that size. See, I don't know. I don't know if that's the case or not. And the fact that this 5.7 can just kind of disrespect the bulldozer like that is... I don't know. This is not good. This is not good. Please go down. I feel like I just need to keep experimenting with the sandbox a little bit, because it's like the Scar works, but it's not all that, right? At least it's not necessarily. Not exactly what I'm going for here. Oh, also, we do have the gigantic, cosmically large spoon. You're good to go. I mean, that's a 5 million payday right there. That's pretty good. 5.7 is a zipper cartridge. It was developed to take on Russian body armor, funny enough. Ah, yes, Russian body armor made of potatoes and grain. I mean, to be fair, that's if they can find any right now, because well, you see, it keeps getting blown up. It keeps getting blown up by those pesky Ukrainians, which again, unfortunately, that gets really political really quick, and it's like, we're not here for that today, so we're just gonna move right along. How is the akimbo submachine guns less damage than the other one? By the way, the first FN 5.7 and the SCAR are both made by FN, the finest recycled cardboard. I would honestly put more faith into cardboard armor than I would Russian body armor or Chinese. Actually, okay, so here's the hierarchy, right? Cardboard, Russian armor, Chinese armor. Like, I know my credit score with them just dropped drastically, right? But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like that body armor's not going to be that great. Let's have a look at the shotgun, maybe, or... I mean, we could go for FAMAS. Gallant rifle. Yep, we're gonna go for gallant. Oh, this thing might be a slight bit cursed. We do have a... I mean, I don't think the suppressor is the cursed thing. I think it's the laser sight on the side of it. Oh, you could also put a tankard barrel on it. I want to see that real quick. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the barrel just being shortened like that. Like, again, I can't necessarily tell if that's wrong, but... I mean, the bolt has somewhere to go, at least, so that's a start. My eyes. So, okay, is it because, like, the barrel is, like, is it the laser sight, the fact that I can just shorten the barrel like this, or what are we thinking is the issue there? The bigger, better suppressor. Actually, why do we even have a suppressor on this thing? Fire breather nozzle. Sure, we'll go with that one. Honestly, I think that looks a bit better. Let's see, can I make this thing more cursed? Oh my god, I can. I don't think this was intended with a scope on it. I don't think it was ever meant to have a scope like that. Can I just put a... I can put a telescope on this thing. Let's see here. I don't know. What is the biggest, like... Look what you did to the top. You put a Picatinny rail on the top, but it does not need it. Okay, is there like a way to clear that then? Like... No more Picatinny rail then. But I would actually need that for the site if I was going to do that. Okay, yeah. So if I want the site, I have to have the Picatinny rail. We're not going to do that. As much as I like to make chat kind of... I mean, this isn't too bad, right? I mean, it's just an MP5. Not quite. The scopes are for an M1 Grand. Not quite that kind of scopes. Austin on TikTok, welcome in. All right, now that I've like thoroughly thoroughly just disturbed chat, we're gonna go ahead. I think I want to hit the jewelry store. Many soldiers say it was wheeled down. It was a well to aim down. But many soldiers say it was well to aim down with it. Are you saying like it was weld down to the thing? Like, I'm not entirely sure what we're trying to say there. So I could be tired, right? I could not just be reading that correctly, but I feel like something's wrong.
This town is a great place to fence jewelry. Easy to move. Diplomats and trophy wives buying it, no question.
I never understood the idea of a trophy wife. Like, it's like, ah, yes, I have a beautiful wife and blah, blah, blah. It's like, who cares, right? Like, I don't necessarily get that. It's like, I would rather have somebody who I thought was cute and then, like have them in my life versus that, but who knows? Autocorrection. Weird, most likely. It was weird to aim down sights with. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, I have no plans on that. We're just gonna take things, liberate them. Liberate them. So why are you just blind firing into a... I have no intentions on surrendering, so you're gonna have to come in here, you know, guns blazing, and that's gonna be the way that is. It's like, I never understood, like, the idea of just having, like, a trophy life. Like, how vain do you have to be in order for you to be like, ah, yes, this person in my life, is specifically here to make my image look better, or like, I'm specifically in a relationship with this person because they're hot. And that is like the only reason. Right? Because sure, some guys would be like, oh, well, I'm in a relationship with this person because they're hot, genuinely. But at least I feel like for some people, they still love and appreciate their spouse. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit weird. Maybe that's like, not necessarily, maybe common sense isn't what's supposed to be applied here. Because if it made sense, obviously I wouldn't, because if it made sense, then I wouldn't have to question it, right? Anime Watcher, welcome in on TikTok. There again, if the world made sense, I'd be working a job and I would be working a regular job instead of streaming as a VTuber model. As a VTuber, you know, doing mercenary work. That ping. That ping. It. I love how you can even. It even has the reload animation for the middle of the clip as well. Like, this thing is so spot on. Doggone it. I mean, I guess that's what I get for going out into the middle of everything, but I thought there wasn't a taser there. Alright, let's toss this in here. Most certainly fake rich social media with let's see, fake rich social media with trophy relationships. And you know what's weird is I've heard this is something that I've heard, so again, I don't know if this is entirely true, but like for celebrities specifically, they have like their own like they're only like some of them are only allowed to like date within like the other celebrity bracket, right? I don't know if allowed, I think allowed is like a strong word, but like they're heavily encouraged essentially to date within their own like, they're highly encouraged to like date within their own like community essentially. Which is just so bizarre to me. Like, it almost seems like, again, it's like, yes, I kind of get the fact that we think, like, they're a different, like, social class, like, but genuinely, it just, more day by day, it just kind of seems like, it's like, it's not even like it's a class of people. It's just like, it genuinely seems like they think the common filth or whatever, and not necessarily like human. Like, again, that might seem crazy, but it's just kind of the thought that I had. Ping, satisfying. Oh, I'm sure they got everything up in a tiered system. Yeah, it just, it's so weird. It's so weird. Like, maybe I'm a little bit off my rocker, right? But I don't think I'm that far off. Like, again, I don't think I'm that far off with some of those ideas. Like, again, they can't necessarily... Like, again, I don't think I can necessarily prove that, but at the end of the day, with the way that they kind of act, it's like, it kind of feels like that. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be... maybe I shouldn't be running around a store with an M1 Grand, but by goodness, does that ping just absolutely slap. This ping absolutely hits for sure. Controls 100 tap. What was that quest even for? Also, why am I trying to get into this thing? Is there anything good inside of it? See if there's any other jewelry anywhere that I might have missed. Oh, bulldozer. Congratulations, there is no more bulldozer. This M1 Gram. Maybe they were onto something with your 2 world wars. We are never going to get anything quite as satisfying as that ping. But I feel like... I love how I haven't even been using... Like, there's an entire, like, portion of my build that I'm not even using right now, and I could be putting those points into the shotgun side of things. Take that, and call me in the morning, okay? You might be calling me from hell, but that's okay. Dallas, how did you... Oh, I think you got bashed by the... cloaker. Idiocracy, welcome in. Toby on TikTok, welcome in. Let me see if I can get this thing restarted. I think it's the last of the jewelry we need for this contract, so... At the very least, we'll have some of these contracts done. I don't know. I'm looking for a decent rifle. Or maybe not even rifle. I'm honestly thinking about popping out one of the shotguns at this point. Kind of keeping the variety train going a little bit. Yeah, we might want to brace for the cloakers as well. They seem to be flying through the windows or through the ventilation system. Either way, that's not going to be good. Seems the 100 control 100 tab was putting 200 coppers to sleep with the galleon. Okay. I mean, it doesn't seem that difficult. Like, I guess I haven't used this. Thank you for exposing me to your feet, Cloaker. Now I don't have any. Oh, I didn't go down. I thought I went down. If I went down again, I'd be really close to failing this contract. And I don't particularly want to do it. Talon, welcome in on TikTok. I don't necessarily want to be spinning the wheel this early on in the contract. So maybe we can avoid that, at least for a little bit. I mean, at some point, yes, we will absolutely spin that wheel. I mean, I'm delivering as much lead as I can, but... Okay, at least that bulldozer went down. Dallas, how are we looking for that safe? Well, we got the jewelry. There's a little bit more cash, too. All right, we need to get out of here, everybody. I don't particularly want to stay in. Yeah, I want to try out the M16 next. That, or I want to try out the dual shotguns. I mean, I want that last bag. Technically, I could have just jumped in the van, but yes, we are getting out. We are getting out, and we are running away from all of our problems.
That was a real pleasure. Makes me think of the old days, starting out small.
Yeah, I love how most of the money goes to an offshore account. It's almost like the people that were stealing from put that in an offshore account, and we're basically doing the exact same thing. Are we actually doing anything different, or are we just like making the money switch hands and that's it? Because I don't know, it kind of sounds like we're doing basically the same thing. I love how we just get a color. We just get a color for troubles. We at least get a color. Now keep in mind, it's for a specific weapon, right? You can't just put that on any. You can't necessarily put that on any weapon. You have to put it on that specific weapon. So yeah, let's go ahead, and since I'm not using this at the moment, I'll go for a shotgunner. When you kill an enemy with a shotgun or the portable saw, you receive 75% damage for 20 seconds. That is crazy. We'll see how well that works in practice, but yeah, hopefully we can upgrade that drill a little bit so that way that's not going to be a pain. And just flamethrower. I think it's time to pull out the flamethrower again. Offline. Contract broker. Which shall we hit first? I think at this point I should probably start having chat vote on the various contracts that we go on, because I'm probably going to start hitting like the same places, but I'll go for Go Bank at least. I don't have any respect for him. I'm just a merc. Ooh, that is a very old controller. At the... Like, hey, to be fair, the 360 controller is cool, right? No disrespect to the 360 controller. Okay, which controller was the best, and like which controller from any of the generations was everyone's favorite? Because I don't know, I think because like the best one in my mind, I don't know, like I'm kind of thinking in terms of practicality. M on TikTok, welcome in. In terms of practicality, I think the Xbox Elite controller, even though I haven't used that one, the paddles would be so cool to have, especially for like Titanfall speed runs. Like essentially you'd be able to hold down like jump and crouch at the same time, and it would make it a little bit more easy. If you wanted unique and like kind of out there, the Nintendo 64 controller just generally was cool. Right, was it practical? No. Not even close. But it was really cool. Got a soft spot for the DualShock 3. I thought the DualShock was cool. I thought it was cool. It just, like... If I can be perfectly honest with you, I didn't really see a difference. I didn't have a PlayStation 3, so my ignorance may be showing here. But I didn't necessarily see a difference or, like, feel the difference when I did, like, for a limited time, use the PlayStation 3. So it's like... I don't know, was there a huge difference between the... was there a huge difference between the DualShock 2 and the DualShock 3s? Well, I mean, I'm decimating the area in Holy Shotgun Fire, so hopefully he's able to do something. God, these things are just... I mean, they were just... They had the unfortunate desire to stand in the general area. Like, again, they just happen to be standing in the area. Like, that's not my fault. I mean, where even is he? You're saying that he's supposed to be close by? Oh, there's a sniper. There is no way. There is no way I hit him at this distance with a shotgun. There is no way I hit him. Death by Nachos, welcome in on TikTok. I do like that username. I definitely like me a little bit of nachos every now and then. Alright, so we're gonna give you a part. We're gonna give you a part. I'm gonna get sniped by this one. Not sure the differences, but it felt nicer in the hand. PS3 controller had no rumble due to patent trolls at the time. You know what's so weird? I swear the Xbox One controller has had no rumble support. Like, I could have sworn for the longest of time, the Xbox controller had no, like, controller support either. Or, like, rumble support either. Like, I'm just kind of sitting there going... Like, I always thought we were, like, kind of missing something, and then no, it literally was just the fact that, like, PC did not have, I prefer the Xbox controller because I grew up with it. Also, the range of shotguns is much more lethal than most people think. I could see that, yeah. I don't know, for me, I grew up with the PlayStation 2. I grew up with the PlayStation 2 and then switched over to the 360 after that. So as far as like the console wars go, I kind of had both sides. What I will say is that I appreciated I don't know, I think before the Xbox One, I would have said PlayStation controllers, and then after the Xbox One controller came out, I would kind of be like, I think As far as like ergonomics go, they kind of took the cake a little bit on that one. But honestly, after that, like after the PlayStation or like PlayStation 2 360 era kind of ended, I think, I don't know, like I would say the PlayStation had, like, the PlayStation 3 had a couple of good exclusives. Other than that, like, I don't think it had too much. I don't think it had too much, right? Like, again, like, as far as, like, the console wars go, I was just kind of like, none of these consoles really have games I want to play on them. So it's like, I don't really care for one side or the other when it comes to the console wars. Because after the PlayStation 2, I had the 360, I was playing Halo, but I wasn't like too attached to like the I wasn't too attached to the Xbox. Fail003. Hello there. Welcome. We are doing a few contracts. We are tactically liberating cash from these vaults here. Definitely not stealing. I've never quite been able to be in the Xbox family. PlayStation has been the mainstay. Nintendo's only been in handhelds. Oh, oh no. Oh no, chat. I didn't invest in the lockpicking skills. This is so awful. I respect a good old fire build. There is nothing better than a good fire sesh. I mean, we're getting a little bit of the lottery with deposit boxes. I was kind of expecting a little bit of cash, but no, we're just getting a lot of books. I mean, to be fair, that's 11 grand right there. We are strategically transporting equipment to alternative locations. Yes, that is exactly what we are doing. No power saw either. Oof. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting to be, I wasn't expecting deposit boxes for GoBank, which, again, doesn't make sense. Like, I wasn't expecting cash boxes at all, or like, not cash boxes, deposit boxes like this, so I was just kind of like a little underprepared for this. Yeah, so we might be skedaddling here in a second, because I don't necessarily want to deal with this. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I want the cash, but I don't know if I want to stick around. I don't necessarily know if I want to stick around and like try to lockpick all these. GoBank is always deposit boxes. There's a reason why one of the banks is my least favorite in the game, lol. But oh, hush. You have violated the rules of engagement and will be subject to the ban hammer. I feel like that has been most of my experience on Twitch and TikTok, respectively. It's just like Kick, okay, if you want to know why I stopped streaming on Kick, I stopped streaming on Kick because essentially they were like, so they told Aiden Ross, right, top content creator for that space, right? They basically told him after he had been grinding day in, day out, was like the face of the platform, that he would get no discoverability if he wanted to stream anything other than like essentially stake, like gambling and all that. Because obviously like Stake owns Kick, so they wanted to make money off of just gambling streams essentially. And they told him, yeah, nobody's getting any like sort of discoverability on the platform if like they don't stream gambling. I'm just kind of sitting there going, like, no like big discovery. I'm just kind of sitting there like, I don't stream gambling. Like, I'm a merc. Like, I'm a bit more responsible than that. Ross, the Tate's seat sniffer. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, right? As much as I don't like, as much as I don't like that guy, yeah. Wasn't Aiden Ross one of those gambling dudes? IDK about anything American content. Well, technically you can gamble in this game. You could gamble in this game multiple ways. So it could be easy to classify. Like, I get that, but at the very least, with this, like, with this, right, you don't necessarily run the risk of, like, and if I did something in this game that was, like, considered gambling, I can at least say, hey, this isn't real life gambling, you shouldn't do that. I don't want to be, I do not want to influence people to gamble because it will ruin your life. And just ask the many streamers that do that on a constant basis, because those losses they suffer are real. Some of them, not all of them. And it's just enough for them to like get into that sort of thing. They get enough money to like get started, and then they get addicted to that, and it's like, it's a rough time. Any of these characters do is horrible moral-wise. Obviously, it's nothing like that. I was making a silly joke. Oh no, I get that. I have a habit of taking things like very literally, and it's like it's like, again, to me, this is a contract, right? I don't necessarily care what these characters do, like, moral-wise, because it's like, I'm just hired to do stuff, right? That's the way I kind of roleplay this a little bit. But it's like, I just do not want to promote gambling at all. Like, there isn't a faster way to turn me off from a platform, just in general. Yeah, but you can gamble away in-game, and Bane tells you it will ruin your life. Well, at least there's some good messaging there, at the very least. And it's kind of funny that Bane, of all people, would be the one telling you, maybe, don't do that. Alright, so we're gonna fill this thing the best that we can. That's not good. I don't know, I'm thinking we should lift that balloon. Dallas, I need that money bag, please. We're just gonna send it. we'll just send it and then no, don't you do that. IDK how deep you're into this game, but Bane is one of the deepest, more moral characters of the group. Yeah, I know somewhat like what goes on here. I'm more casual in this game than a lot of the games I play, which is kind of surprising. Given the fact, like, I have a lot of hours on this game. Like, there was a point where I was considering, like, trying to run some of the horror missions, like Death Wish and whatnot. I have done Death Wish. It's just, I gotta be real. The balancing issues towards the end of the game are like towards that level of difficulty is just so punishing to the point where it's like, it's just so punishing to the point where it's like, I just couldn't justify it. It's like, don't get me wrong, I like booting up the game and like, I like booting up the game and just doing contracts, and sometimes I'll play on some of the harder modes, but it's just like, I don't know if I could justify doing like Death Wish all the time. Honestly, I have 1,000 hours in the game, and the game's like well balanced between Mayhem and Death Wish. I mean, what's your usual loadout? Because I feel like a lot of the builds that people run for Mayhem, like, slash Death Wish is usually like, I feel like a lot of people run Stoic. Like, these are some of the older builds, so I could be completely wrong about some of this, but 308, like, Contractor, with like most of the sniper perks and all that. Well, that's gonna be an issue because I'm running out of health real quick. Anything's really viable, you can make everything work. Sunk cost fallacy is a dangerous behavior. Oh, it really is, yeah. I ran Anarchist, Kingpin, Hacker, Grinder, Crew Chief, Muscle, Dodge, but you can make anything work. I may have to revisit that because, at least from some of the community, I was seeing like balancing was kind of throwing things off a little bit. Or at least for some people. Again, it was a content creator, so kind of have to take some of the stuff we say with a grain of salt. Like, to be fair, I try to be like as completely transparent as I can be, but still like I'm a content creator, right? Please take what we say with a little bit of salt. Could never be bothered to try anything above normal. I would, okay, Philip, boot up the game, put it on overkill, and then just like, maybe buy the shotguns or like LMGs or something. Iron Man armor, like, it's a good time. It is just straight up a good time. Like, there's a lot of like fun stuff, like fun builds you can just mess around with and not necessarily, like, it's not all that serious. Okay, that's not good. I think that's gonna be a rip for us. Yep, Go-Go Bank failed. Well, shoots. Honestly, I run nothing below overkill because it's super boring to me. Yeah, I can see that. I can't fudge. I can't run anything lower than that. To be fair, you were great for a while. Didn't want to mention anything. Oh, I saw it. I was just like, there's nothing I could really do about it at the moment. I guess I'll run the 308 and then I don't know, maybe I'll run Tonka the submachine gun. I can't speak. Oh, I should have brought the I should have brought the saw. What perk deck are you running? I am running the anarchist, which is supposed to complement the Iron Man suit and all that. It wasn't that fun to build anything in Payday 2, so I shall not. I get that. No, I get that. Oh no, I put this thing. I put this thing in single fire mode. That might actually be fine. I forgot you weren't a big fan of the Philip. I forgot you weren't necessarily a big fan of the RPG elements, which honestly is like, again, it's kind of the reason I got into Payday 2 in the first place, because it has like is the only game that I know of that has like RPG elements in a crime like simulator. It is insane. Like, not even Grand Theft Auto has that. Like, and yet it's supposed to be one of the biggest games. Of course, it might for the 6th one, but we're never gonna play that. So, like, I'll be real. It's stuck in development hell, and I just don't see the damn thing coming out. Single fire isn't as a choice, but it at least gets boosted by your sniper skills now. I mean, it is a choice. I don't know, like, this thing wasn't necessarily, I don't know, this thing's like, I think it's a cool weapon just, like, to mess around with, right? I don't think it's necessarily good. Appears to be better than I expected, honestly. Yeah, honestly, it performs pretty good. Like, my only complaint, well, the real-life version, it has, like, the rotating barrels and whatnot, which doesn't necessarily lend well to the weapon actually performing good, because it often gets jammed. I think we're well past that point there, Bane, and to be fair, I don't necessarily need all the cash, especially when I'm about to hopefully make a lot. Running the game with guns that have the highest rate of fire, but in single fire. That is a choice, and I like where your head is at. I like where your head is at for sure. What? Is it just me, or is, like, those snipers just not, like, responding to my 308 at all? I also hate how a game mainly focused on money makes money obsolete so soon. Yeah, it's... Well, and what's kind of weird is that, like, 90% of the time, 90% of the time, the money that you get goes to your offshore account and not necessarily to your own wallet. So it's like, yeah, you're stealing from the rich, stealing to the rich, giving to yourself, but it's gonna go right back to an account somewhere in Switzerland. It's like, it's gonna go to a foreign, like, bank account. And it's just like, did it really change all that much? Yes, exactly. So I can use offshore money to buy contacts and gambling, but that's about it. Exactly. So basically, I'm going to use it to do the main, like, bank multiple times. Or, like, 4 stores, which is more accurate. I mean, hey, as long as it's not a death dozer, we'll be good. Also, why did it have to be on the roof? Like, the parking lot was bad enough, but at least I could hide behind a truck. Here I can... Honestly, I can just use a sniper rifle. It's not that bad. Oh, sorry about that, Phallic. Sometimes stream... I've been meaning to fix that. Streamlabs just... It doesn't protect the stream from bots, but when I have people in chat who's genuinely trying to, like, vibe and hang out, it's like it will just time people out for long messages. I'm just like... I'm genuinely about to... I am genuinely about to just remove it as a mod. Damn, I'm a Skyrim orc with that limit, lol. Yeah, I've been... Okay. Matter of fact, can I even edit mods right now? Again, don't mind me, like, little, in the middle of a contract, but damn, like... Okay, you know what? Okay, you're good. I'll just moderate myself. Why say long word when short word do trick? Yeah. You're good. You're good. You can type long messages now. I removed Streamlabs as a moderator because, again, they just... Like, I've had Streamlabs, like, that's like the second or third time somebody's been, like, timed out because somebody just happened to put a long message, but when it comes to, like, bots and whatnot, it doesn't do anything. Cheers. I'm not trying to write half a book. Yeah, you're just, like, maybe trying to write a paragraph. I don't get it, right? I don't get it when Streamlabs just wants to do that, but there you go. Also, Go Bank, why do we have a Christmas tree out? It has not even been Thanksgiving yet. Like, it is not even Thanksgiving yet, and we have a Christmas tree up. I mean, I guess I can't say much because I've had mine up. Like, I've had a small one up this entire year, but to be fair, like, it's like one of those small, like, ones, like, it can fit on top of, like, the microwave and whatnot, so it's not like it's not like it's a huge Christmas tree, like 6-foot monstrosity in the middle of the living room. I mean, it makes sense for streams with busy chats. If I have 100 messages per minute, I can't read 100 paragraphs in that time. Yeah, but I'm like, the chat's usually a little bit slower than that for these streams. Like, even like TikTok or YouTube is like technically faster than my Twitch chat. Roof cage. Yeah, it's bad. At least I packed my 308. Also, I am not spending too long here. I am not spending too long here with this lock picking. I'm gonna grab like one more bag and then we're just gonna skedaddle. All right, we've gotten one more bag and that's it. Why are you going up here? What was the point? What was the point in all that? Oh, there's a sniper. Correction, there is multiple snipers up here. And apparently my aim is so bad that it doesn't... Apparently my aim is so bad that it's not gonna matter. Honestly, preserve your sanity. Leave Go Bank as soon as you can. Yeah, that's the plan. I was thinking just a little variety in the contracts, but yeah, no, that was not the correct decision. Also, what's your accuracy stat on your 308? Your aim isn't that bad. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't have... Like, this is... welcome in on TikTok. Honestly, I don't think it's being improved by much because I put a lot of the points into, like, the shotgun tree, and then I switched over to the 308 after we failed, so... I'm going to assume it's like... I'm gonna assume it's like 70 or something. Like, obviously I shouldn't have done that, right? I just wanted to switch over to 308 because roofs and all that sort of probably explains why you can't hit the snipers even though you're dead on. Yeah, probably. I no-scoped him. You're telling me I didn't kill him? Think something's a little wrong with that. Wonder what sort of exit we're gonna get for this one. I think Go Bank is usually the... I think Go Bank's usually underground tunnels, if I remember correctly. 308 is still close quarters machine paired with the right skills. Yeah, it can be for sure. Probably sewer. Ugh. Sewer's awful. I mean, we're waiting with bated breath over here. I wonder if the bulldozers can... Oh, they can definitely climb up here. Okay. Yeah, I put multiple rounds through him, but like those shots were pretty dead on for the bulldozer at least. It did not seem to take care of him. I don't know, it kind of feels like Morrowind where you try to like roll the d20 to see if I feel like I put my I feel like I put the barrel directly into his face and it just didn't do anything. If there's one thing I've learned about bulldozers in this game, they will always find you. You can be in the middle of Idaho while your heist is in Russia and a bulldozer will still jump scare you. I mean, usually for me, it's when I'm doing First World Bank and I just happen to peek my head over the railing a little bit, over the... Sorry there, Dallas. I peek over the railing, and then all I see is a skulldozer just absolutely unload with his LMG. That shit gives me nightmares. The amount of times my face has become a target block is probably in the thousands by now. Yeah, it's usually pretty bad. Oh, well, would you look at that? It's sewers, chat. I'm pretty sure everyone knew I was going to be a sewer rat at some point, but I didn't think it was going to be this quickly. So, problem with that, we have a... Oh, it just opened the door. Do we have a key for that, or... You know what? No, I don't even care. We're just gonna go through. Oh, by the way, you can clip through the manhole as they open pretty much in every heist. Interesting. I mean, I think I found it. I mean, that would be nice. Look at the cable management here. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. No, no. You want to know the most unrealistic thing in this entire game? Look at this cable management. There ain't no way somebody took the time it takes for all these wires to be that immaculate. Ain't no fucking way. Like, especially in a building like this over here in America, ain't no fucking way that that thing is immaculate like that. User 52, welcome in. Well, a couple of the cables go off into the void and some look straight up chomped. You just have to run like probably 120 foot of what I can only assume is probably going to be either Cat 6 and Cat 5 probably. Cat 5 cable or whatever the equivalent of power cable might have been. I wasn't looking too carefully at the cable. But yeah, 120 feet of Cat 5 wire and slowly want to die on the inside as you try to pipe the wire through all the way. Again, running cable is not necessarily as much fun as it sounds. I think the worst part about it was that we had, in my last job, 99% of those cables go to nothing as their decorations. That is true. I think the worst part about being in IT, right? Because before I was a VTuber, I was a IT, and technically I still am to some extent. The worst part was trying to get those cables made in the first place, because we'd have our first classes. I was in the Navy as an IT, right? You would have the first classes being like, all right, it's time to make some cable because we got to go run this cable from, I don't know, maybe from like admin to the server room, right? But usually you don't have to replace like from their desk to like the wall or something. Okay, nothing too bad, right? Probably like 15 foot of cable at worst. Well, it's still going to take like an hour to get that thing done because A, the cable is like really old, so it's brittle. And you're like sitting here trying to like splice the cable, get it like wired up correctly to either Alpha or Bravo standard, which at the end of the day, right, it doesn't really matter how you wire it as long as both ends match. You're supposed to do it by the Alpha or Bravo standards. It doesn't matter, really, so long as you get it done properly. But the issue was, it was so brittle that you tried to like get it wired correctly, and half the time it would either snap in like one area or you just wouldn't have enough length on the cable. So you basically have to chop off the end and start over again. And this would go on for hours until, well, I wouldn't say hours, like it would go on for an hour and then like somebody else would be like, oh, I can try to get this done. They would try it, they would fail. And then one of us would finally get a cable that worked out of all the brittle wire we had. And I was just like, why do we not order more cable when we are burning through the budget? Well, some of the cables go off into the void and look chomped. Yeah. I guess a technician got hungry. To be fair, my only experience running cable anywhere is about 10 meters of LAN cable through 3 walls, and that was annoying enough. Yeah, I basically had like a similar experience with that. As an IT myself, I resort to, if it works, it's good enough too often. The client, you know as well as I do, right? The client does not give a fuck as long as it works. As long as it works and it doesn't look like complete ass, they're not going to care. Sorry, we're nerding out a little bit about IT stuff and... Ooh, St. Martin. You have my attention. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the client does not care as long as it works.
Okay, friends. You can be sure our adversaries are making proper plans, so we should do so as well. All right.
Yeah, if you would put that there, and then, let's see here, dead drop. I don't know if I want anything like that. Okay, pre-planning instructions. Can we... Pre-planning allows you to learn more about the target. Roll the map to find out. Show breakdown. Is this not the one I was thinking it was? Is that not it? Oh, no, it is. No, it is. Here we go. Vlad has a little surprise waiting. It's going to help you get into the bank, and it's going to be loud. I like that. St. Martin is the one with the funny band. I mean, I've never really experienced the band because I usually do this. And let's see here. Probably should go for a different weapon Probably should go for a shotgun, actually, but... I mean, to be fair, I have the locomotion 12 gauge. Chat, what do I go with? Ooh. I have a striker. I don't know. I look at my collection of weapons and I just kind of go, what do I want to use? The loco is good. All right, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Right, you chops. Let's get you.
Oh no. I know my rat nest of a home network ain't getting touched unless I get a new router. Honestly, yeah, it's just one of those things where it works. Yeah, no, yeah, that's one of those things. That's one of those things where you just like, you get it working and then you just don't touch it. How did I put a... Oh, God. Oh, God. Why did I do this to this poor shotgun? Fuse, I am so sorry. Todd was right. Fuse, I am so sorry about this abomination that you have to witness. What do you mean? Vanguard, welcome in on Twitch. How you doing today? Streamlabs is not a moderator anymore. How did... I am confused. Streamlabs is not a moderator. Good, and you? Doing pretty good. I'm a little confused on how Streamlabs is... I disabled Streamlabs as a mod. You monster. I put a scope on a... Put a scope on a shotgun. Can I attach this thing or... Oh, there we go. It didn't time me out. It sent me a message. It just sent the message that it would. So it can't time me out, but it can scold me. I am... At least that's better, right? I've kind of had enough of Streamlabs in that particular regard. It's like some days I love Streamlabs, other days I'm just kind of sitting here and I'm just kind of going, Streamlabs is the one teacher that waves their finger but never does anything. Streamlabs has a lot of good stuff, but unfortunately, it just kind of makes me infuriated sometimes. It better grade some cheese excellently. I think this thing has a heat shield on it. Let's see, where's the IT guy? I'm pretty sure he's around here somewhere. Maybe we can introduce him to the shotgun. See his reaction to this monstrosity. I hate how the the fucking rail on top of it just kind of sticks off the end of the shotgun like that. Also, this is what I mean when I need a coffee machine. This is the amount of cups I'm gonna need too, even though there's a good reusable one. The IT guy is always upstairs somewhere. Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't by the coffee machine. You put a scope on a shotty? Are you shooting high pressured slugs? No, apparently I'm shooting Dragon's Breath. Whether that's Fletch or not, I'm not entirely sure. If I'm not Picatinny. Yeah, I said it and it just wasn't coming out correctly for whatever reason. I mean, honestly, that's just another day. Just another day, another butchered word as far as these streams go. Okay, I'm gonna get away from that flash. Incendiary rounds is Dragon's Breath. True, true. I mean, honestly, I don't even care about the civvy. Where is this IT guy? Yeah, I've not seen the IT guy. Like, I've been wandering around this place for a little bit, but I have not seen him. Are you the IT guy? Oh, wait, no, I'm not even, I'm not even supposed to be in the... I'm not even supposed to be looking for that yet. Why then do you need a scope? Also, Dragon's Breath. Are you Jane Wick? Maybe I need something for the end of the night. Also, I'm actually thinking the I'm thinking the server room's gonna be down here. I don't know why I put a scope on this thing. Like, again, it's been a while since I've played. I'm just kind of looking over some of the things that I did, and I'm just kind of questioning the cursed weapons that I have here. But to be fair, if I was, to be fair, Fuse, if I was Jane Wick, I would have to be using an M4, what was it? The M4, I can pronounce it. Benetti? No, it was, it's at the tip of my tongue. Like, I almost got it. There's the M4. I can't get it, but I think it was like French or something. I don't know. Anywho, anyway, I would have to be using the M4, which I think this is close, but Benelli M4 semi-auto shotgun. I think this thing might actually be semi. Hold on. I mean, it is... I mean, to be fair, it kind of... Actually, no, it has a pump on the front of it. Was it the Remington or the M4 that has the pump but semi-auto? When Philip, oh wait, were you trying to get me to say it correctly? I mean, first off, you should know that I will never be able to pronounce anything correctly. That is a pump. I thought for one of the shotguns, it may not necessarily be this one, but I think it was the Remington or whatever the shotgun thingy, whatever shotgun I'm thinking of that was based off that, had a pump but also a semi-auto feature on it. Again, I'm not necessarily that familiar. The ringtone is a pump, but they do have some semi-auto. Okay, so I'm not 100% crazy, and so I'm not 100% crazy on that one. I mean, that's not to say that this one, yeah, this one seems to be semi. Now you see what would be truly cursed. You see what would be truly cursed for this thing is if it had like a drum magazine. You're talking about the Spaz 12? Meme spelling of bunny as you started to... Meme spelling of bunny as you started to say Benelli. Oh, is that how you... I think that's how you pronounce it. I mean, I basically am the cover. I just have enough armor to tank everything and then a shotgun to deal with everything else. Get away from the switch, you... If I don't get to be a switch, you don't get to be a switch. If I don't get to own a switch, then nobody gets to own a switch. And what's funny is only Nintendo owns the Switch. Because you'd think, you know, after you spend like $600 on a fucking console, you'd own it. But no, you do not. And from what I've seen about Super Metroid 4, I may not actually be missing out on much, which is kind of unfortunate because I played a little bit of the first game and I was just like, I really enjoyed the atmosphere of all of it. Like, I really enjoyed, like, the idea of that game. Alright, let's go see what our prize is. Hopefully it's something good. Hopefully it is something good for all this madness over here that chat's had to endure. As far as, like, some of the builds that I have. And again, I don't remember putting a scope on a shotgun. YouTube approved swear word of a cop. We see, I mean, honestly, if I want to, I'm just gonna say that motherfucking cop. Look, let's be real, right? Let's be real, right? If I want to say something, I'm just gonna say it, and then YouTube's gonna be like, oh no, they're gonna wag their finger, but I don't really get any, I don't necessarily have to worry about that at this point anyways. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna lose... It's like, oh no, I'm gonna lose monetization even though I'm not monetized. And to be fair, I don't think... Like, even if I was, right, I'd be making pennies on the dollar for it. I mean, not to say that, like, it wouldn't be worth it, for sure, but, like... But it's like, really... I just want to be authentic and be myself and not necessarily have to worry about that. Rather than, like, bend the knee to YouTube a little bit when it comes to that. This plane's getting taking a long time to get here. I mean, you want to do something about that sniper? Or do I have to... I just straight up missed, like, 2 or 3 times. Again, I swear I hit him, like, multiple times, but, again, I think that's just accuracy in general. Because, again, I went for a... Because, again, I went for a 308 sniper rifle with shotgun perks. Which, again, would kind of make sense as far as, like, the Remington here, but would not make sense with my choice of 308. But honestly, it does enough damage off the rip that I don't really have to worry about it. Surprised they didn't deploy the turret yet. I don't know. I may start changing my mind as soon as I might. That's definitely going to be put to the test here soon, because I think YouTube's going to start. I think YouTube's planning on rolling out censorship again because, like, because that was so popular, like, the first time around. Like, they're rolling out changes to, like, very mature games, and also, like, not necessarily, like, mature games, but, like, essentially games where you might accidentally hit, like, innocents. So, technically, Payday 2, for example. I'm just kind of sitting there going... You already ID people to even, like, you're trying to ID people to get onto the platform in the first place. You have an app for kids. You have an app for kids. Like, I don't understand why we're doing this again, because we've already done this song and dance on YouTube when it comes to censorship. Right? And it never goes well for anybody on the platform. Because you're just kind of sitting there going, what do I abide by? Because, like, I can't make content for kids. Because then, like, the whole idea with COPPA gets put into place. But then at the same time, I can't necessarily make content for adults because the platform doesn't lend itself to that. Not necessarily in that way, don't get me twisted, but, like, it's like, who am I supposed to make content for? YouTube? Like, Twitch or TikTok's, like, fine. Like, they have their own moderation issues, but YouTube, it's like, who am I supposed to make? Would I be able to do some heists, or are you doing it completely solo? I'm just doing it completely solo at the moment. Yeah, I'm just doing it solo at the moment. Yeah, I'm just mostly doing it solo. Advertisers got no guts either. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right? And, like, I've seen, I've been seeing a lot of, energy drink companies trying to get onto the scene. Like, I think it was, Dudley, Doozy, something like that. Like, it's supposed to, like, new, energy drink trying to compete with, like, Gamer Sups and like G Fuel, which I'm just kind of sitting there like, why would you try to compete with those? Like, out of all things on the platform, why would you try to compete with those two? Let's see here. I didn't see that last notification, so I just wanted to... Oh, Vanguard, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I do appreciate it. Regularly Duckling, welcome in on TikTok, by the way. I'm glad I picked up some of those saw perks. Otherwise, we would be here for a little bit. Oh, speaking of advertisements, Coca-Cola already put out their ad this year. Yeah, they put out their ad this year. And guess who it was made by? It was made by generative AI, and oh boy, it's bad. It looked like an absolute dumpster fire. Because again, they kind of shifted away from humans because AI just does not know how to make those too well yet. Unless you're doing like Sora 2, which then... For some reason, like Sora 2, it's gotten really good with human, like almost any sort of video you want it to do, it's gotten kind of scary good at. And I'm just like, I'm really concerned. I'm just kind of concerned. Not... Like, I think there's going to be a lot of, like, great videos, and I use that in terms of, like, quality, like, not that I think that it's great, that sort of thing exists, but, like, there's going to be high-quality content, made by both humans and AI on the platform, and it's just... In that regard, it's going to be a little scary. Could have just used the same ad from years prior. Who'd care anyways? See, that's the thing. If they use the same ads from last year, technically it does cause fatigue. Because those who are, like, deeply invested into the brand, or just kind of, like, in general, would notice the ad. And again, they want to make the headlines being like, hey, Coca-Cola used ads, like, AI to generate those sorts of ads and get that, like, headline, essentially. They're basically going for the all attention is good attention approach, which is interesting strategy. I don't know if that's like the best strategy. I'm really hoping that Pepsi, like, again, I don't think Pepsi is necessarily great. I don't really care. Like, I don't really care, like, the soda wars necessarily, right? I drink what's good, but I'm really hoping Pepsi just kind of steps up and goes, we're going to make a great human, like a human-based ad, and kind of lean into that a little bit this year. Do I think they will? I don't know. I doubt it, but honestly, all they'd have to do is just make another human ad and just kind of point that out a little bit, and they would win. Like, just saying, that's all you'd have to do this year, and you would just win. Categorically. That and maybe bring back, maybe that and bring, like, I'm trying to think, like, I think it was called Pepsi, Crystal, but I don't know if anybody actually liked that or not. I may be confusing, some of the drinks. If I remember correctly, one of the, I think Pepsi Crystal was one of the ones that people didn't like. Well, with all the advertisement, does it not improve sales in Sweden during Xmas? Sort of the only country on the world that Coke sales dropped significantly during that time. Is that because, like... Is that because a lot of people are buying, like, hot chocolate or, like, coffee during that time? Like, I'm not necessarily familiar with, I'm not necessarily familiar with Sweden's drinking habits. I mean, it's Europe. It's like the European area, so... I mean, for all I know, they could... For all I know, it could be, like, hard eggnog as well. Like, it doesn't necessarily warm you up, but it kind of feels like it, so maybe that's the angle. No, I just want to toss the bag in there. We are not leaving just yet. I want to get all the bags I can. Especially at like 80,000 a piece, we're gonna need all the bags we can get. Miss Starry, I mean, it sounds correct, like an ice cream truck being more popular in the summer. Oh, that is true, yeah. Got a traditional soda beverage that only sells during that time in Sweden. Oh, okay. What is the name of it? I might need to try it. I mean, not that it would be that easy to get as an American, but... Not that it'd be easy to get as an American, but maybe we can import it or something. Of course, that said, actually, no, I might not have to pay the import tax, because we finally got that struck down a while ago. I mean, damage has been done, but at the very least, we kind of collectively came to our senses a little bit. Just Joel must, huh? Did I even pronounce that correctly? Because I'm feeling like I didn't, but probably a lot closer than some of the other attempts I've had for various drinks or anything like that. Yeah, I definitely need to rip the scope off this thing. It is a little obnoxious. Let's see. Sangres, give me that. Close enough. That's fair. I feel like my pronunciation on things is a little hit or miss half the time. But honestly, if I was close enough, that's good. Hey, we got out of there one piece. You are very welcome there, Vlad. I mean, hey, as long as wealth went from one person to another, why put a scope on a flamethrower? I mean, you gotta like direct that flame a little bit. I have to direct the heat of my passion. Also, did my... Let's see here. I'm gonna... Yeah, that thing is just cursed. Let me see if I can modify a little bit. Visit an IKEA store. They are likely to sell Swedish treats and drinks. I might have to. Yeah, this thing is just... That is all sorts of cursed. Let me see if I can fix that. 1 second. Let's see. I mean, that looks a little bit better. Let's see. Let's clear the modifications and then... Equipping this will remove your reconnaissance sight. Well, you know, I don't think I need a sight for this thing, actually. Can I just not have a scope? Is that an option? Let's see. Remove the modification. Yeah, we'll just take that thing off and then kind of like increase the barrel. Definitely better. Honestly, keep it because it looks funny. Well, you see, unfortunately, I think chat in general will just crucify me if I don't. And do I blame them? No. If I was forced to look at these same cursed shotguns for a long time and I never got a break, I'd be a little upset as well. And that was a FNAF reference, if anybody was curious. But I'm pretty sure you kind of guessed that. Let's see. How cursed... Honestly, those are regular P90s. Like, that's pretty standard. I mean, that's fairly standard by the books. Let's see. Offline. Honestly, that sounds kind of cool, but... Ooh, there's a... Nope, nope. Actually, you know what I want to do? I want to hit, I want to hit the banks real quick. Actually, 4 stores, if I remember correctly. Define better. Me internally screaming. Oh, views. I'm sorry. Define better. Define to state or describe something. I mean, chat, like, look, it's better than it was. Honestly, I was hoping that I could increase the barrel length a little bit, but it just kind of looks... I don't know. It looks kind of... I don't know. It looks odd without the... Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to do that because it looks a little bit better than it did before. I'm gonna grab me some C4. I don't have any C4. Do I have to specifically... Yeah, I have to specifically equip that. Okay. Offshore Payday. Oh no, this is where we could start, like... Let's see. Infamous quality. Three cards saved. Okay. I don't know, chat. Should we spend about 15? Ah, yes. I was excited to see you use one of the best weapons in the game. I don't know, chat. Should we put 15 million down for an infamous quality? A chance at a 15... A chance at an infamous mask for $15 million. I think we do. 10-1's probably going to be a mask that I already have. Yours begins. This is a Yakuzu item. Great. I probably got a mask that I'm never going to use. Let me see if I can have a look at that. DLC. Do you really want to put this mask together? I had 3 of those. I had 2 of those beforehand. The Marine. The Marine was guard stationed at the Primerdyne R&D when an experiment went awry, unleashing interdimensional horror into the facility. Some say he left everyone to die. Others celebrate him as a hero who saved everybody. Yeah, that mask looks a little weird. I think that's supposed to be the Doom mask, but honestly, it looks a little weird. That's just, you know what? That's cursed and I love it. That is incredibly cursed, and that is the exact reason why I'm going to wear it. Let's see. I want to do 4 stores. 4 stores. Where are we going to find that? Definitely not here. Where is it? There it is. This one's a pretty easy one. It is an indie game mask. Okay. Now I feel a little bad for... Now I feel a little bad for... Again, I'm not necessarily talking smack about the mask. It's just like... At least not the first one. The second one, I was a little confused by. I mean, honestly, that doesn't change anything. Like, I'm still going loud anyways. Get down. Why would you... Why would you do any of that? Why would you do any of that? Why would you fire between 2 civilians in the first place if you don't want them to actually get harmed? Please, sir, get out of the way. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Ah, the portable saw is so nice. Thank you. I love how they've... I was watching where I was shooting. Unfortunately, the civilian decided to run straight into my line of fire. I mean, it's not my fault he decided to walk into the line of fire. And yes, I hear the drill, but... You're telling me that it's not fake? You telling me it's not fake there, Bane? Because I'm... Because I wouldn't put it past them not to just lie about that sort of thing. Be like, oh yeah, we have the best China ever. Meanwhile, because I feel like that's a China thing to do at this point. I mean, Fuse, looking at this shotgun now, right? Is this not a little bit better? I mean, the choke might still be a little... The choke might be a little bit cursed, but... Honestly... It doesn't look as cursed without the scope on there. Oh, well... Oh, that's probably going to be a turret, isn't it? Yeah, okay, we're good, we're good. Open the door, please. Significantly better. Ugh. It is fun messing with chat a little bit on that one. I mean, hey, a decent payday. Oh, they chased us. What do you want for a shoddy? I mean, hey, at least we ended up in a convenience store. I wonder what they're charging for... What you charging for this stuff? Cereal Magic. Crunchy. This sounds like YouTube, like, sponsorship. This sounds like a usual YouTube's, like, quality of products, but it's just, like, marked up significantly. Like, it's kind of the reason I refuse to do, like, any sort of sponsorship, because, like, 90% of the products you see, like, there might be, like, 10% of products they're just genuinely okay, but, like, it's not worth it. Messing with the shoddy, more like triggering me. I mean, yeah, let's be real. We mess with each other sometimes, and that's the fun of it. And to be fair, I did not mean to have a cursed shotgun off the rip. I didn't necessarily mean to have a cursed shotgun. I just pulled out the shotgun. I just pulled out the shotgun and it happened to be completely cursed. Is he on top of the... Which roof is he on top of? Glad we don't have any messing chat, like, triggering me. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't, again, I didn't necessarily mean to, right? Like, these are all, like, weapons I've had. I haven't had this game downloaded in, like, months. So I genuinely didn't remember that I put, like, a scope on this thing. Like, I did not remember that I put a scope on the shotgun. Did I just get... I just got a mask that was... I know the products I love don't do sponsorships. I don't have any hope if I getting it if I stream. I feel like if you have like the audience, you could probably get a sponsorship for anything. I'm just like, I just kind of, in general, just like, just as a rule of thumb, I just kind of sit there and go, I don't want any sponsorships whatsoever. Because at the end of the day, I would rather have my reputation than to kind of sell out for, like, say something like Magic Spoon or like Air Up, or I don't know, gaming's like, Gamer Subs is fine, right? I just kind of sit there and go, I don't know if I don't necessarily know if I want to sponsor any of them. I know, I just like how everyone I know plays the game says, hey, how does this look? Triggered yet? Oh yes, we love our dirty jobs. Some a little bit more dirty than others. No suspicious actions allowed in casting mode. How suspicious is this? How suspicious is this? Who's out here wearing all these shoes anyways? These shoes are so uncomfortable, by the way. Like, some of these are just, some of these heels are just, like, so uncomfortable. Like, I'm practically doing them a favor doing this, because after you've worn that thing for, like, 15 minutes, just the way your foot is, like, angled, just the way it's angled, just absolutely messes with your foot, and you kind of get cramps after a while, and it's not great. This and Tarkov Cursed Weaponry, down with the prophet. I don't know, like, I've looked at Tarkov and I've kind of gone, I would do it if I had access to, like, the offline mode. But again, I'm not paying, like, $250 for, like, the offline, like, NPC mode. Is this car resistant to RPG rounds? I'm so confused. Ooh, that was not good. Taser, that was not the time to do that. RPG in hand, just, that was a bad idea. I can really not enter this place, can I? Well, I'm definitely the accident they wanted, but unfortunately, I'm getting hammered quite a bit by the snipers. I think the M16 was a decent choice. Like, the only issue that I'm having with this thing is, like, generally just a lack of ammo, but I think that's all the assault rifles. Like, no matter what I've done, the assault rifles seem to... The assault rifles seem to run out of ammo very quickly. Like, don't get me wrong, the M16's, at least it feels like it's handling better than the Scar, but the fact that I'm running out of ammo so quickly. Juan, welcome in. There's Escape from Tarkov, single player inspired Tarkov game. I would actually play that. Like, I would be interested in playing that for sure. Yeah, I could definitely look into that. Yeah, the AR, the AMR is one of the best weapons in the game. It's a really good battle rifle. It doesn't support a spray and pray style type, especially if you aren't playing with DSOD. Yeah, I feel like if I had like burst fire or like single. Sheesh, let me go. Let me go, please. I moved. Yeah, let me see if I can get that selective fire on there. I think Vlad said that first. Like, come on. Vlad said that first, and then everyone else was like, oh, copy him. Let me see here. The AMR 16. Oh, I have a couple skins for it. The High Life. Let's have a look at that. Let me see. That doesn't necessarily look like anything. Is the custom color like overriding it? You're about to replace... No, I mean, I guess it does look different. I'm just not entirely sure what that did. I mean, it does look cool. Duckov is very cute, $18. You should have selective fire by default, but if you chose the automatic, it locks you out of it. Okay, so it looks like I can switch back to the semi-automatic. Or at the very least, single fire. Should probably be a little bit better. The thrust low receiver. And the nightclub job, complete the highest on any difficulty with each party member using the OVE 9000 saw as a primary and secondary weapon. So, do you have to have more than one person? Okay, so the AMR will only do single fire. So, I have a question. For the nightclub job, can you just have like one person as long as they have the saw and like both? Like, as long as we have the saw and like the primary and secondary slots, I wonder if we can get through it. Let's see, the receiver. What does that look like? How cursed is this gonna be? Honestly, I can't even necessarily tell. But there again, I haven't been able to tell for most of these, so I don't know, maybe chat's gonna get after me for that. So where is my M3 grease gun? I thought I had one. Is this it? This says it's a 9mm, but that's... It says it's an... No, that's not it. I thought I had an M3. I thought I had the M3, but I guess I don't. Or it's at least not showing up on that page. Because that's the 9mm, and then... Ooh, that wasp looks so cool. Yeah, if you played the original Modern Warfare, this thing is very, very familiar. And there's the crisp factor. Some machine gun, and then... Let's see here. I'll buy another slot. I'm just trying to see where that... Trying to see where that submachine gun went, but... yeah, you can just be in... Has to have 2 saws. Okay, so I might actually try that real quick. Contract broker. Vlad nightclub. Okay, I have to have the perk, though. Let's see. Which perk was that in order to have the portable saw as a secondary? Okay, it was this one. So I could now go ahead and switch out these for the saw, and then we'll fire up that mission. Hopefully it's not, like, required, like, mandatory stealth, but we'll see. I don't know how I feel about 2 saws for this mission, but we'll see. Vanguard, welcome back. We are looking at the nightmare mission for... I think that was Vlad. Let's see, where is it? Let's see, locate the nightclub, break into the safe, bag Dimitri's money, and get in the car. Okay, so we'll do this on... We'll do this on hard. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay, we're going to pay a visit to the Tasteful Club and liberate the...
Wait a minute. Nope, nope, this isn't gonna work. And the reason why I think it's not gonna work is because if I load in with the AI, then the AI are gonna... If I load in with the AI, then it's not gonna count, at least in my head. Yep, that sounds about right. But yeah, if I have to, if I have the AI on, I think it would break that. So we'll not do that. All right. Well, yes, I mean, I'm using a saw, so how did you think that was gonna go? Okay, how do I even... Oh, I can just take the gasoline through the wall? Fair enough. Fair enough. Can I use the saw in this door? Oh, I already have a key. It's just a portable saw. Alright, well, there's the gasoline. I'm not sure why I need to light that room on fire, but by golly, we set the room on fire, and it was absolutely necessary, according to Vlad. Oh, hello there. Sorry. Terribly sorry about your nightclub situation. By that I mean, I don't really care. Where's that gasoline? Where's the gasoline? I think it's back here. Can I just grab it through the wall, or do I have to... I think I have to leave the club. Excuse me, Mr. Shield. I need to go collect the gasoline. Which apparently I was able to grab one of them through the wall. Not exactly sure what was up with that, but... apparently my powers only go so far. Also, I was just trying to open the safe. Why do I need the gasoline? Like, we were burning that one room, which I guess was supposed to distract everybody. I don't know, maybe they were making some wagers on poker and we just wanted to deal with that situation. Well, everything's on fire. I mean, I'm not opposed to a little bit of chaos, but... TikTok, are we serious with this? It's like your live will end in a few minutes, even though I'm actively, like, I am actively playing the game, doing everything that I need to. Meanwhile, by the way, you have streamers, which I've said this before, and it's still a little baffling to me. They have these streamers that'll literally sleep. They will sleep. Like, the ones I find the most offensive, like, sure, like, you're sleeping, you get a super chat, like, wakes you up a little bit. I guess I could see where maybe, I don't know, even I consider that kind of, like, slop, right? But then you have this, like, one stream where it's like, oh, they're pretending to play the game, or like, they're in game, and if you wake them up, maybe they'll play the game, and it's like, it makes no sense to me. I mean, it's like, most of the time they're playing, like, Roblox, so it's like, I get why you don't want to play the game, but at the same time, it's like, you decided to boot up the game, and now you're just trying to farm for super chats. Like, it's like, I don't know if that... I feel like that's a little bit of a... I don't know, I feel like that's a little awful on that part. I'm really hoping this works, because I don't know. I think it would be nice to modify the AMR a little bit more. And honestly, I like the fact that I have to use the saw for this. Like, it makes it a little bit more interesting, but... Did you really have to turn off my drill? Come on. Come on now. Oh, and it automatically restarted. Nice. These drills really do take forever to... These drills do take forever to get into the safes, though. And I really I really should have brought some C4 with me. Like, at least only for this mission, right? So that way I could just kind of plant it and then move right along, but that's what I get for not planning. The drill got spooked. Yeah, I was afraid of my comically large spoon. A golden spoon at that, not just a regular size, not just a comically large spoon. It's a comically large golden spoon. Oh, there is no reinforcements that can help you with that. You will succumb to the saw, and that is it. I think we got a couple more minutes on that. No, we got 50 seconds left on that drill. Eat saw. I feel like the saw has a bit of a safety on it. It's not doing as much as I would have liked. Maybe I just wasn't close enough to them. I don't know, I feel like it kind of tickles them a little bit. Like, it honestly looks like it either tickles them or just takes them out completely. Like, I didn't know this was a tickle me Elmo situation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes, that's pay dirt. Now bag that stuff and hang tight. The pickup truck is gonna be here in a
That was it. We came here for one bag. We were here for one bag of cash. That's it. I mean, I guess to be fair, I'm glad I don't have to drag multiple bags out here, but... Well, that'll be good, because, no, fuck that. I'm gonna throw myself at the... Why can't I throw myself out the window? Okay, did that... Okay, well, I tossed all them in there. Do I need to go down there myself, or... Do I just toss myself down there, or do I need to go a different route, or... What are we doing? I hear you there, Bane, but I'm still a little confused on what we do here. Escape is available. Okay, well, I'm gonna hop out the window here. We'll figure out what we do. Just gonna patch myself up real quick. Don't think I took any damage, but never hurts to be a little bit prepared. Let's get out of here. I mean, these contracts have been pretty decent. Saw 72,000. The night... I got the achievement for it. Anyways, I took both saws in there. That was a decent bit of fun. Let's see if we can put that lower on there. You know, sometimes I get a little bit of these mods. I'm just like, cool. I got this mod for a weapon that I'll probably never use. And that's like the unfortunate thing with putting so many weapons in one game. It's like, I will probably never use half of these. Okay, so what does this look like with the mod? Oh, I'm not sure if I like that. That looks a little odd. Hey, I did get the thrust lower. It's nice for variety. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think that lower looks pretty good on there. Let's see, I think I'm going to switch back over to a P90. And then I want to try a different... I want to try a different one. Let's see here. Maybe the Ukraine job? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds about right. The perfect wedding present is to just up and steal the tiara. You know, it's funny you say that. It is funny that you say that. You don't want the cops here too early. Yep. Yep, I want to mess in here, all right. I'm going to absolutely destroy this place looking for the tiara. And yes, I only did that because he told... Ow. And yes, I only did that because he told me not to get eyes and ears on me that soon. I forgot I didn't have the AIs in tow. That is, yeah, that is completely fair. That is completely fair. I forgot that I didn't have AI backup. All right, so we're gonna try that again. Maybe have some AIs this time for a little bit of help.
Keep an eye on the heat, guys. And just running. I'm waiting for you. Don't stick around too long. I'll wait for you here. Don't take too long. Guys, we're in the middle of the city. Trying to do this selfie.
What was that? What was that about stealth? I must have misheard over the sound of me. The sound of me absolutely decimating these glass displays. The unfortunate thing is we have to hear that alarm constantly while we're trying to find the tiara. I think it's back here somewhere. We're gonna have to use the... I don't want to have to use the drill. Again, I feel like if I just used the C4, this would have been nice and quick. Oh, don't worry about that. We'll need a few minutes to get through it to the tiara anyways. What was that about surrender? I thought I heard that you wanted to surrender to me immediately. I mean, they're not firing, so maybe. I doubt it, but maybe. Oh, I guess it's a little hard to... Sangrit. You too, Dallas? You just want to run out in front of me? It's a wonder I haven't it's a wonder that I haven't accidentally shot any of them so far. I guess no, I guess Dallas did get I think he took a 308 to the head when I was trying to take on that bulldozer. That was like much earlier in the stream, but yeah, he took a 308 to the head. Luckily, he seems to be fairly resilient to them. Couldn't be anything due to the immortality that he has, or at least friendly fire being off. So I can do that, and I think beyond some amused responses, he doesn't really react to his new lead diet. Yeah, I think that lure receiver was a good option. But again, I'm looking at this rifle, and I'm not entirely sure what that paint job was supposed to be. Like, it looks golden, like kind of a black golden look, but I'm not entirely sure, like, what... Oh, okay, hello there, bulldozer. Give me 1 second. Lisa, welcome in on TikTok. Yeah, no, that paint job, I don't know why, but that paint job on the store looked a little different versus like our store. I guess it looked a little bit different. It looked a little different on the, like it looked a little different like on the menu versus like on the rifle itself. Oh, there's the tiara. Yes, I just said that. Ugh. I don't like getting jumped by the cloakers. Yeah, we're getting out of here. We are getting the hell out of here very quickly. Yep, I heard that. I heard it, but there was nothing I could do. There is just nothing I could do about that. I mean, you're saying that, but ooh, what was up with the back? What happened to the... Actually, you know what? I don't want to know. But yeah. I am definitely enjoying the I'm definitely enjoying the rifles and like the different weapons that we have, but it kind of points out some of the issues I had with this game. It's like I play the same like missions, and then it's like I don't know, there is, like I've said, there's a lot of content here, but it's like it's only like a couple ones that I've played and like actually kind of like. It's almost like paralysis by choice, but anywho, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Unfortunately, like I've kind of felt tired the entire stream. Like I thought the monster would help, but unfortunately have been doing quite a bit today, so I think I'm gonna cut the stream a little short. I want to thank Vanguard and Felix on Twitch for come by on Twitch, just hanging out, enjoying the stream. Speedy Cat for being here as well. Philip Miss Star and Fuse over on YouTube. Let's see here. Anyone else? Not for this stream. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming by and just hanging out and having a good time while we did these contracts. And as always, this has been Call Sign Monica, signing out.